tell me one time, you tell me one time. Open your eyes, baby. Can you be wise, cause you're my pride, baby. I'm on the way, I'm on the run, baby. Leave me alone, take it by now. I put you on it, say you want chance to what it turn me up and I what it back. Turn you right around and take it my way. So tell me what you need from me now. I know what you need to be now, cause I'm done with it now. No more damages now. Say, tell me what you need from me now. I know what you need to be now, cause I'm done with it now. No more damages, no, no. But then when I was a baby girl, I wanted yours and you want my world. Tell me what you wanna do for me now. Take it down and I will hold you to run my race, cause you run it right there. Run my race, cause you take it right there. I've been down, I've been running right there. I've been out, cause you take it back there. Pull up tonight, I might be risky, but this time I forget the whiskey. But you still wanna get back with me. You tryna be the one and deal with. Don't got my phone, you're not the madman. You miss the way in at the one chance. I live my life, don't need you with me. Yeah, yeah. So tell me what you need from me now. I know what you need to be now, cause I'm done with it now. No more damages now. So tell me what you need from me now. Don't know what I need to be now, cause I'm done with it now. No more damages, no, no. Tell me what you need from me now. I know what you need to be now, cause I'm done with it now. No more damages, no. I know what you need to be now, cause I'm done with it now. No more damages, no, no. No more damages.
When I tune into the Rythm Scope Show, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Rythm Scope Show. Come on.
Good evening, and good evening. I hope you guys are enjoying your day so far, your morning or your afternoon from wherever you are. Karibuni sana to yet another beautiful last episode of the Rythm School Show this year. And I'm just feeling so excited, a little bit exhausted, by the way. I don't know why it is that when you come to the end ndio unakwaga umechoka sana, you know.
You've not had time to rest. Like December has been Decembering. That is how you get to know that December has been doing its work.
December stuff.
Yeah, you know we are now leaving the buzz.
Yeah.
December, we're going to January.
Yeah, now it's like real work.
Yeah,
marathon.
Yeah, marathon.
Anyway, guys, karibuni sana. Hope you guys are having an amazing time. Karibuni. This is, of course, the Rythm Scoop Show. Do remember we do this every Monday and Friday from 3:30, rather from 4 p.m. depending on the time you will see us here. Next year maybe we might come with a specific timeline for you, but karibuni sana. Hope you guys are enjoying. Shout out to everybody tuned in on the radio and those who are just joining us on our YouTube channel. If you are in the building, make sure you conversate with us via our social media platforms. Our WhatsApp number is readily and available, and the number is 0705 388. Let's interact, let's have a good time. My name is Shmani, I'm the captain of the day. With me is the beautiful Katie.
Yes, karibuni sana my people. As I promised you, I am back with the Rythm Scoop Show, and we are here to wrap up the year, manze. And I hope guys you are going to talk to us and tell us how has your year been. And I see kuna msanii hapa hivi amesumbua kwa comments, anataka tucheze ngoma yake. Akiwa tuko YouTube. Kindly forgive us, we cannot play your jam today, but imagine we will on Tuesday. Come early in the morning on Tuesday on the Vibe Show. We shall get to play your jam because she's, I don't know if she is or a he. But anasema, can I request please my sisters, and also anasema, can I get an honest feedback on a song I made please? You can please come on Tuesday very early in the morning. Right now we are on YouTube, and you know what goes on when you play so many tracks on YouTube, so kindly bear with us. We shall do that on Tuesday. Sio kukata tumekata, you have to understand that. But anyway, karibuni sana to another episode of the Rythm Scoop Show. Actually actually we are here to finalize with what we have done for the whole year, and I'm so grateful and I'm so happy to be with you on today's episode. My name is Katie. In case you're joining us for the first time, come here, let's wind up the year together.
Yes, yeah, laddie. Today, if you read our thumbnail, it's all about the year recap. So basically, we're just going to go through on what we've been discussing and see what has been happening throughout the year on arts and entertainment, and basically a little bit of politics, because at the start of the year, the Rhythm Scoop Show, we used to talk a little bit of politics. So I'll be going through our Instagram and we'll be looking at a few of the topics we've discussed and just giving a little highlight, and also checking on what has happened. What do you think of 2023? I mean, what is that thing that hits you hard when you think about 2023? Those are the things we're coming to discuss, but we are going for a short musical break, and then we will be back with the quotes of the day. Kindly, if you're tuned in with us on our YouTube or rather on our TikTok, I'm a Palekwa radio app, come in or rather come back with your quotes of the day. Wanamaliza mwaka na quote gani? Also, this is of course Emi Mudiga, One Favor, coming in right about now. There's always gonna be growth, improvement, adversity. You just gotta take it in and do what is right, because to grow, continue to live the moment. That is my quote of the day. In short, I'm just saying it's never the end. Do remember the year is just a few days to, I mean, next week, next
it's
year.
The year ending,
the
not
year.
your life.
Exactly. That is my quote of the day.
Okay, my quote of the day says, may million of lamps illuminate your life and endless joy, prosperity, health, and wealth forever. Wishing you and your family a very happy new year in advance.
An amazing artist, vocalist, singer, rapper, all the way from the 254. I hope you guys did enjoy that amazing session. But welcome to the Rhythm Scoop Show. Now today, Katie, we are just going to do a recap, just like I told you earlier, of what has happened. And before we get deep into that, let me see what has been your, let me give you top 5 or top 3. Because if I tell you albums, I wanted you to give me your favorite album that dropped this year. But of course, I know you're not an album person. Probably give me your top 3 songs of the year. that actually you loved this year that were dropped?
Wow.
Yeah.
Nimesahau hata zenye zilitoka this year.
I mean,
Ni
what-
mingi.
what-
There are so many.
I just want to get your top 3 right now. What do you remember real quick?
Angie.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah.
We also have which one else? Kulikuwa na gani nyingine? Hadi bubbly.
All right.
Na lifestyle.
Yeah.
Okay, I have so many shmani.
No, I just
realized-
said the top 3, Kate.
Guys, those are not top 3. Yani, I have so many. I'm not even remembering all of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are some.
I personally, I loved Yashin's drop.
Yeah, perfect design.
Yeah, Perfect Design. One of my go-to albums, TikToker.
Mhm.
Of course, you know that is always my jam. Melanina. That is why I love that song. Top 2, and I guess the third one maybe is Bien's album. I also love Wakadinali Sikutambui. Yes, I really loved Sikutambui. And apart from that, I loved Kisses and Blow Me Kisses.
Blow
Yes.
Me Kisses was not released this year.
It was actually in the album, but the video dropped this year.
Oh, okay.
Yes, the audio was in the album.
Okay.
The song was already released, but the video dropped this year.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think those are my top 3 or top 5 songs this year. Let us know your top 3 songs this year as we continue with our show for today. And also, I want us to talk about now, what is something that you start, these are just shenanigans.
Okay,
alright?
shenanigans.
Of course you know.
It's Friday.
What is something that you start to like less as you get old?
Like a big, let me tell you something that I stopped liking. There was this time you felt like you don't want to be alone. You just want to be outside partying with people and having a good time.
Yeah.
But the moment I realized that those people are not even your friends,
Yeah.
because when you need them, they will not come for you.
Yeah.
I just realized that I just started loving my own company.
Yeah.
And most of the time, if I don't have anything I'm doing outside, you'll find me in the house.
Yeah. I bet so. At a certain point, because I do remember, I agree with you. Nikiwa like my adolescent stage, like literally in high school.
Ulikuwa
form 2.
outside.
I was walking, Katie. Mamangu hata alikuwa anashangaa naenda wapi. All the time ananiambia, wow, where you always going? Like, ikishafika around 1, I'm going crazy. Like, I'm just always really, really outside. So, with time, and I do remember this even in Campo, it was even hard for me to be outside as much. I think because I'd gone really outside. Ile ya kutembea sana. Niko like, when I think about it, I'm like, enyewe tuko tunaenda wapi? Because we just used to walk.
And we had places to go.
Yeah,
the funny thing is that we had places to go. Right now, I'm even thinking about mtu ameniambia tukutane. Do you know how it's very hard for you to get me out of my house nowadays?
Yeah.
I'm just loving my own company. And by the fact that now I realize that it's you for you. Saizi shmani nikipigia huyo mtu mwenye ananiambia ati let's go out. Saa yenye niko na shida, they won't be there. But
exactly.
now when they want me to go and have fun with them, they are always there.
Exactly.
So think twice about that. But I see somebody saying, this is them Sunny who is requesting their song, but she's saying, are you a sheep? Please let me know. It's like a woman. She's telling me, she's saying that clapping is getting boring. And yes, that is what she's saying. But Robert Wellesley anasema, mimi I don't understand you guys. Mnaongeanga nini?
Actually, sisi pia tukuelewi. I think we don't even understand you. I mean, kama unaelewa Kiswahili, why don't you understand?
Robert Wesley hata simuelewi hata mimi. Robert Wesley anakujanga kwa show yangu na tunaongea, tunaelewana. So what are you not getting to understand right here? But anyway, we are talking about vitu zenye saizi unaona they are not even important in your life. Like, what have you felt like, or what are you living in 2023 juu unasikia they are not important in your life?
The question is, what is something that you start to like less as you get older?
Yeah.
I mean, the more you get older, the more you find yourself not fancying a lot of stuff. I do agree with you, personal space, of course. One thing is, when I used to be like young, I used to like to overdress. Like really.
When is young shmani?
I don't know. Like there's a time of my life like ilikuwa proper overdressing.
What is overdressing?
I don't know. Just a lot of stuff in the body.
So many colors or what?
Not colors. Like just
accessories.
Yes, too much accessories and. Just doing too much. I don't know when you
overdid.
When you look at somebody dressed nicely, you're like, I make a lot of it.
Yeah,
like,
that
just
is simple and smart.
Looking good. And there is an effort I used to put in dressing really Katie so much. And nowadays I just wake up and I'm like, what is gonna fit? Let me just. I look nice, but it's not like too much the way I used to do it. I feel like that is also I used to put in hadi watu walikuwa wananiambia guy uko na time mama, it looks nice but it's a lot of work, it's like too much. I don't know if you get it. I think those are the things I actually overgrew as time went by. But let us know. Naona pale unajua okay, thanks. I think amesema
to get.
Oh yes, somebody has written a point there. Marafiki wanafiki. I think anasema that is what is is dropping. She is like dropping. Yes, because sometimes too much friends. I'm the person who actually goes to my phone, deletes contacts. Like literally I have less than 20 contacts na siko ubaya. Most of the people on my phone are not saved. Their numbers are just there. So every time I want to talk to you, I just remember our conversation. Yes, I also see somebody saying less is more. Do you agree?
No. Less is more.
Yeah, I don't know what they mean by less is more. I think that is ill skills. Let me know what you mean by that. Just another shenanigans before we go to the conversations is what is your guilty pleasure? It doesn't have to be sexual. I mean, just something that you do. You're guilty, lakini nakubamba. Unajua tu, like you do it, but you're like, man, this thing is not good, but I love it. It's not. It's so wrong, but you love it. Yeah, I would really want to know what is that
my
for you.
guilty pleasure. Let me see.
Me bado nakula kwa sufuria.
I'm not even guilty about that.
I still do that. I feel it's
kwa sufuria.
Hivi.
Hey. Kulamba hivi yogurt. Mkebea yogurt. Naingizanga vidole. Hata siogopi. Yeah, I do that all the time. And sometimes, let me tell you guys, sometimes nasikianga niekewe chipo kwa juala. Yeah.
It's a guilty pleasure. I get it. Yeah. So family, let us know. Mtu anasema producing in my own music is my guilty pleasure. Recording and producing my own music. For real. That is being a selfish person. I mean, you like recording yourself, producing yourself. It's supposed to be good. Some people do that. So it's not supposed to be guilt. I think it's just supposed to be you being outside or rather being outside, just putting your music up there. But anyway, let's do a little recap of the conversations that we have had this year. It's been amazing. Katie, how has the year been for you so far?
Been great.
Yeah.
We talked about this in the morning shmani, and
we are wrapping it up on cameras.
Okay. I talked about my year being a little bit cumbersome at the beginning, but at the end the year has been magnificent. We're not yet to the last day of the year. We cannot say 365 over 365 days, but so far so good. My year, the last or the 3/4 of my year has been magnificent.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, mine has been great. I can't complain. It's been amazing. Of course, it's all about lessons. It's all about what you learned, and it's all about what you're thinking of. I always say each and every day, it's not about where you are. It's about the journey and what lessons you took, and did it make you a better person. Now, this year for me, it has not been so bad. I can't complain, but also it's wavy. I'm just grateful that I can actually see this day, and I can't wait for what next year has in store. In the morning we talked about things to leave. Of course, you're not going to be doing much of that. I just want us to talk about a few stuff. Just like I told you, I'm going through our Instagram, and I'm just looking at a few stuff that we talked about. as we just laugh about them, you know. What is it about this year that you actually think? Yenye ukifikiria 2023, man, 2023, if it is not even your life, like something that just happened, what is it for you? Ni nini hiyo 2020 unasema, man, 2023 kumekuwa na vituko, you know, 2023 a lot has happened? What is it?
I remember a lot, not for the camera, but nakumbuka nini, the time I was in prison, and then nilishtuka nikaanza kunyesha.
Okay.
Yeah, I was shocked. Nikaanza, like, my pizza started, and
all right,
I was like, I didn't have a sanitary towels on me, so I was like, what should I do next? And I was wearing a top.
Yeah.
So I just stayed like this, kama mjinga.
Yeah.
So when that madam came, I told her I don't have a panty and I don't have sanitary towels.
Yeah.
She told me, so what do you want? I told her I want a panty and sanitary towels. She told me, I'm giving you a panty. Sanitary towels you will be given by the others there.
Yeah.
I didn't know anyone to ask for.
Yeah.
So I was like, this again. And until somebody came and talked to me. I even think about that. I remember, and I try to remember what I was thinking by sitting just like this and messing up on the clothes.
Yeah.
And I was like, was my mind asleep?
Yeah.
But I was in shock.
But it was not a good experience.
It was not a good experience, but I was like, was my mind asleep? Even if was my mind asleep? Imagine now you have a panty, but you just sat like that. There's nothing you're doing. You're not even trying to look for sanitary towels.
I mean, you know, at some point I feel like you were so stressed and your mind was just blocked.
Yeah, I was not thinking.
Yeah, you were not thinking, and it's understandable because there was just a lot going on for you. By then, this year has been Katie has been in jail.
Nimebook 2024.
Yeah.
2024 is my year.
Is your year.
Yeah, I book it.
It's your year to shine. But looking at our conversations that we've had, I see here in 2023 we had Onyango Tate. All right, and Onyango Tate was a student from MMU.
Not MMU, MKU.
MKU, yes, and he actually taught people about
escaping the matrix.
Yes.
Yesterday, I saw Onyango Tate talking about Kimani.
Right.
You remember Kimani?
Yes,
Mbugua
Kimani, the citizen journalist.
It's like he's repulsing again.
Yeah.
You know he's bipolar.
Yeah.
So it's like he's having those episodes. You know, bipolar, you cannot heal from bipolar completely.
Yeah.
You just have to take the medicines how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah.
So I heard Onyango Tate talking about Kimani Mbugua, and he actually said that Kimani Mbugua is not sick. He has escaped the matrix.
How do you really have escaped the matrix?
And this person is like insane. He's going crazy, you know.
I do believe, and I was talking about, by the way, Kimani Mbugua is going through a lot, and this brings me to the conversation of, mental
illness
or mental just
wellness.
You know. And it's crazy because I even saw Kimani Mbugua went on TikTok and told people to reverse their money.
Yeah.
You know, reverse your money, the one you sent for me. And I do remember a few months ago, people were donating for his hospital bill. I was looking at the video going viral.
He
and
was
it's
even
disturbing.
leaking blood at some point.
It's disturbing because he was in the mat, he's laughing like a crazy person, joined another live, doing crazy stuff, you know. And this is somebody who has come out of his own space, because there was a time he even talked about being depressed, you know. And some people were saying, shida wa Kenya ni, you know, you want to go out there, help somebody. Once mmewasaidia, you don't check up on the person. You just think everything is all about money.
Yeah.
You know, people always think some diseases or people's problem, not every problem, people don't know, is all money oriented. You know, somebody might be going through stuff, but it's disturbing, and you just having a conversation with me is helping. You thinking that you can't help or you having that perspective that I'm not supposed to help if I don't have the money, that is a wrong thing. Because this guy has come out to say he's depressed, and you can see very well if for somebody to come out and talk about depression, it has to take a lot of confidence. Hii ni kitu imemsumbua for a long time or for a certain time, unajua. And the Kenyans are saying, oh, we want our money, oh, tulikusaidia saizi unatuongelesha vibaya. Why don't you always check up on your people? We are coming to the end of the year, just like we said. This is the time to buy those minutes. The minutes for 100 shillings will call everybody on your contacts to just check on them. You know, there are friends that you just don't talk to them a lot of times, but you see each other on social media, say hi once in a while. This is the time to just call people and make sure you're not borrowing money. You know, the people, if they call it just borrowing and borrowing, just call somebody, check up on them. A conversation or a talk is worthwhile, rather than just thinking you can't do anything and assuming because this person is doing something good or you're seeing pictures and videos, you think that people are okay. People are not okay, Kate. What do you have to say?
Yeah, I think that's right. Sometimes we all need help. And sometimes it doesn't mean that just because I'm in a certain situation, I need money.
Yeah.
Sometimes I need mental support. You know, I might be going through something and maybe I don't have money.
Yeah.
But I have something that is disturbing me on the head or in the head.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean, or doesn't mean that I require money for the problem to be solved.
Exactly.
You know, sometimes I just need somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just need somebody to listen to me.
Yeah.
You know, so I think we tend to help. We actually, Kenyans are very good helpers. I've seen this. If you have some bill and you're struggling with the money, financial issues, go to the internet. Call out Kenyans on helping you. They will help you. They have a very kind heart of helping. But now, the way they help you, it's like, apana, awafai kuhelp you know. Like, they are helping you with money, not knowing that you actually didn't require money. When they see somebody going insane, watamtumia pesa nini. You know,
wampeleke mental.
Kama Magic Senga, niliona watu wakisema watamchangia. You know, this guy is not even suffering from money problems. He might be, but at this point he just doesn't need money because he's not even knowing, or he doesn't even know how to manage this money.
And it's not the first time he has been given money.
So utampea pesa leo, aende akunywe tena, ukuje umtusi, umwambie venye yeye ni mtu pumbavu, ulimsaidia, hakujisaidia. But ulimsaidia kweli. Look at the matters. Did you help this guy for real? You didn't, because you just helped him of what you thought he's struggling with. But honestly, this person has a problem mentally, and this is why you find the little he's getting, he's taking it to drugs.
It's super crazy. Always also do a follow-up, check up on people. Even if you help this person nadhani umse, because sometimes I even feel like people like Brian Chira likuja this year. Brian Chira is an highlight for the year for me. Brian Chira has made us wonders, has done wonders to us here, and a lot of people have come to help him, you know. And it still takes the money, talks bullshit, and it comes out.
Na naomba
tena. And people still give him money. People still go out and release him from prison. So my thought is that people who just don't need. Therefore, when you unaona tu ni msick, acha tumpeleke huyu anataka therapist. Let us take this person to therapy.
Let us take that money and give it to the therapist.
Exactly. So this person can get to help themselves. Let's stop assuming that everything is all about
money.
Money will do everything. What do you need? Of course, it's good to always check up on somebody financially, but at the end of the day, even if you think you cannot do something, there is something that you can always do. Apart from that, I can see here on our Instagram, we had this here LGBTQ legalizing. Was it legalized?
Where?
It was banned in Uganda, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it was
the anti-gay bill.
Anti-gay bill. Katie, kindly talk about.
We had the anti-gay bill law passed in Uganda, and this has brought a lot of controversy and also it's brought a lot of problems for Uganda. We had Uganda being sanctioned for the bill, and they say that the Ugandan government is like being harsh on human rights.
Yeah.
So this is what happened, but at the end of the day, I've seen in Uganda they're still doing it.
Yeah.
I see they are still doing the anti-gay bill. They are still like saying that we are not in support of this, and I feel like this is so good because they have stood strong with their stand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really love the fact, and I hope that even when we go next year, we can actually get to, you know, do this as Africans, because first and foremost, it's gotten worse even after the Pope came out to say, you know, Catholics,
Yes.
you know, can actually bless same gender
Marriages.
marriages, and it is super crazy, something that I didn't expect to happen. I even saw the Kenyan Catholic priests coming out to say they will not follow that, and it doesn't go ethically with them. I hope they get to stand in very strictly with
But no
that.
matter what they say, Pope is like their boss, you know. Yeah.
Somebody said so. Somebody said however much you refuse. Niliona pale, was it Moses Kuria went in support of them? And
I don't know.
Yes, I reported that in the morning, and Moses Kuria came to support the Catholic. I think he's Catholic, and for the first time I did agree with him. There's a lot of stuff I don't actually agree with Moses Kuria, and it's been crazy because he actually said he is in support of what the priests in Kenya say. No matter what the bishop says or no matter what the bishop stands for, the priests of Kenya have actually stood in and said that they are not in control or they are not in agreement with what the Pope has said or talked about. Let us talk about, you know, we had Mandamano this year
Yes.
in Kenya, and that is not something that is actually happening only in Kenya. It has happened in a lot of countries that actually went through elections recently.
Yesterday I was reporting about Congo as well. It
Yeah.
held their protest on Wednesday, and we had also the police using live bullets in the demonstration scenes.
Yeah.
And we had so many people getting injured, and we are not sure that there's a live that has been hosted by the demonstration in Congo, but we are yet to know.
But at the end of the day, you know, a lot of people lose their lives through demonstration. And let us also know that these demonstrations have actually been here so that they can cause distraction. They have actually been placed here for some reason. Look at these politicians who actually called for this demonstration. Deep down, these people are not here to come and help you. When you look at them for real, if let's talk about, for example, the bipartisan talk. We've not had months later, 1 year down the line, nothing about economy that was supposed to be the first conversation brought out. So you can just tell that these people, they're here for their own agendas, and they're very selfish people. So if you're out there getting used, I think we should also learn from this demonstration. If you are going to demonstrate, of course, we say unity is key, and the only way we can actually get a revolution, or actually can be revolutionized, is when we actually go out there in masses and take control. But at the end of the day, are you taking control, or are you being in charge because you've been told, or are you being there because you've been affected literally? That is the conversation. Do you
It's
have
the
comments?
doodle anasema Pop alichoma picha kabisa. But at the end of the day, that is what he has been standing for the long time, or
Yeah.
for the longest time. So si kuchoma for him, only amechoma.
Yeah, it's very crazy because I do think also he's a good puppet too, you know. Coming to think about it, he actually knows that he controls the masses, so he can take advantage of
He's
that.
not actually a puppet. He's one of the biggest people he's among those who control
the world.
Yeah.
I know about that. Now we hope that we get to understand the deepness of, you know, demonstrations when it comes to going to the streets, since a lot of lives get lost, a lot of people lose their family members through this demonstration. Na unapata hao wasi wenye wako kwa demonstrations hapo kando, they don't even you know, care. They're not even injured. They are actually very, very much protected. You know, apart of the first of them, most of them, they're in politics, just, you know, doing their own thing. And it's crazy. We will be talking about also our holidays. We had tree planting. Do you remember tree planting? A day
Yes.
was set aside for Kenyans.
It was on a Monday.
Yeah, it was
on a Monday.
On a Monday, and we were given, but this government has given people holidays. I don't know if you've seen. Once I noticed that once something bad is gonna happen, or once something has already happened, there's an holiday that comes here kuambia some relax, msahau what has been happening, and now this is where we are. We had tree planting in Kenya, and I think this was in November. And Kenyans went out to plant trees. Most of them did not plant. I have not seen, I don't know if you've seen the effects of tree planting even here in Rongai. Did you see anybody planting a tree?
I didn't, but they said they planted.
Yeah,
They planted.
They said they planted the trees, but we didn't see any tree being planted. So yeah, I don't think it was much of an effective procedure or process. And it's just that. That is all I have to say. Unless you have something to talk about
No,
on that.
I don't remember any other added holidays ispokuwa the tree planting, but we had so many. I remember us complaining about the so many holidays that we don't even need.
Yeah, it's super crazy. This year also we had on entertainment news, we had you know, urban tone music. All right, and that is a conversation that went for a long time, and I think I wrote an article about it, and you can go and check, by the way, our articles. So urban tone, for those who don't know, it's a new genre of music, and people are saying, or the people who have brought urban tone music are actually claiming that it is the Kenyan sound. So there has been back and forth conversations of what is Kenyan sound, what is representing Kenya, which sound do we hear, and then we know this is Kenyan music, you know. So at a certain point, urban tone came in, and I really am in love with urban tone. First and foremost, I was wondering how these boys are making money, but right now I'm following them, and I'm like, down shows each and every day. Even next week they're in Mombasa. Is it the New Year season? And the event is actually going for 3,500 shillings per person. So you see, if you go to those kind of events and they keep going for those events, I think it's a good stuff. And I'm so happy that those who thought that happened, because what oh, these boys, I remember Calligraph's brother. Akakuja kasema, you know, this
They are lazy.
they are lazy.
He said they are lazy.
Yes, they are lazy, and you know, they don't want to do music from scratch. They want to you know, find it easy on themselves, or rather by themselves. But I love urban tone. Katie, what can you say about urban tone, and do you think it really has a future in Kenya?
I think it has already. We have already seen the effect of urban tone right now, and I've seen even the likes of Kinamandi. They are right now doing urban tone. Some of them are doing urban tone, and they have like you know, they are doing right now. You know, we have Kenyans are diverse. So one time you'll find them doing hip hop, one time you'll find them doing a different genre, and this has given also them a chance to be diverse, or a greater opportunity for diversity. And I feel like this is something that is good. At some point we also complained, and I was one of the people who are complaining about the change of name, because urban tone is not something far from Gengeton, and we complained about that, because we were saying, now how are we going to be known? How is Kenyan music going to be known on the map? Because we said as Kenyans we will be identifying our music, or the genre of music we do as Genge music, but now we have other youngins coming and saying that our music is called urban tone. So we complained about this, but at the end of the day, let people do their manze. It's still Genge urban tone then, you
and
know.
it's working for
and
them.
It's working, you know. We also have bongo amapiano, bongo flavor. We also have bongo sijui nini.
Genge amapiano.
Yeah, and it's still working, man.
It's not even about the name. It's about who is singing. Me, I'm support. So long as the person I hear is Kenyan or African, I'm really quick to support good music. And kudos to these boys who have proved we remember even talking about abandonment, people being in rejection. Tunakumbuka wakardinali walichoma kwa event flani. October festivals. Yes, we had October festivals. A quick recap on that. And we had wakardinali coming out. And, you know, the performance were not so
good.
So good. Not so good. And let me not say not good. And they were not the normal.
They didn't meet the people's expectations.
Let's look at it from that perspective. And people came out to say, you know, wakardinali in fact these were main radio you know, platforms and media houses saying, you know, wakardinali are doing things opposite. They'll never get nowhere with this type of music. And come to think about it, if you want to be an artist, first you face a lot of rejection. If there are people who have faced rejection due to the kind of music they do, it's wakardinali. And people sometimes say it's too gangster. People say they don't follow the protocol. Hii mziki haina protocol. Each and every day Abanton ilikuja na vibe yake. Now it's making waves. Literally they are all over. These boys are all over social media. They're all over
Why
Kenya.
do you love calling them boys?
I don't know. I feel so.
They are boys.
Naona ni wadogo wangu,
Okay.
most of them. So I'm like, you know, all right, let me call, what do I call them?
Young men.
All right, the young men are doing amazing on these streets. And wanazoza, that is all I can say. Wanazoza, just like we saw wakardinali proving us wrong at the event later. And
People
did
turned
quite
out.
amazing. We had Mwaki selling from Kenya.
Yes, Sophia and Zao. I actually saw that Zab is a mzungu.
Zab is DJ, Zab is white.
I didn't know.
And he's in Kenya.
He's in Kenya right now.
Yeah. You
Damn.
didn't know?
I saw him the moment he arrived in Kenya.
Yeah.
I didn't know that Zab is a mzungu.
But even the type of music, Mwaki is a pop. You know, it's majorly known in the States, you know. So definitely, yeah, to be, and I feel like she's not been living in Kenya also, the woman.
Sophia?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for some time, back and forth. Yeah, in the States. I think that is where they met. An amazing track, did amazing, and this shows that music has no boundaries again. You always think of secular music, it won't get to the borders. But again, look at songs doing good.
Look at that mzungu who doesn't even understand what Sophia is singing, but he's vibing to the song.
Exactly.
Because it's a very good song.
Yeah, look at Malisafi Chito. Do we know anything? Do I even know what Chito is? I don't know nothing, but I still vibe. We have Kabebe Kazoze. Kabebe Kazoze was this year.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Hey, that one was forgotten. Like a Kamiso.
Do you think so? She just released a new track.
She did?
Yeah, just a few days ago. I saw. You know me, I like following up on Entetainment. She actually released that and it's doing amazing.
People forgot Kabebe Kazoze real quick, man.
I don't. For me, if I remember 2023, Crops Janendara ni mawaru. Each and every day, I will always remember. I can't literally forget about it. Coming to other news and updates, let's talk about drug abuse and in Kenya. And a lot of youths have used drug substances. I want us to talk about how many people have died through drug abuse in Kenya. And a friend of mine was just talking to me the other day, and ananiambia this year only I've lost friends, almost 4 friends because of alcohol. You know, wamegongwa na magari, wamepata accident while driving, and it's something that is really common. We've seen a lot of policemen arresting people. Let us not forget this year is the same year that Made was arrested. Unajua. So substance abuse and drug abuse is something that we are supposed to look into deeply, even if we end the year. Being in December, a lot of people are going to party, a lot of people are going for sherehes, people are turning at crossing the year on a high note in clubs, in pubs, in parties and stuff like that. So yeah, I think we should be talking about drug abuse and what do you think is supposed to be done, or how do we start the year or how do we curb this drug abuse next year, Katie, from your
But
perspective?
some drugs, money, they are in the country, but they are illegal.
Yeah.
You know, the government knows very well that these drugs are in the country,
Yeah.
and we have people abusing them, but they are illegal.
Like the
So
one in Mombasa.
even marijuana,
Yeah.
it's illegal right here in the 254. And if you look at the most abused drug in Kenya, it's marijuana, right?
Exactly.
A drug like cocaine, it's so illegal and very expensive,
Yeah.
but it's still abuse. So how can we deal with this? Because we don't even know how they get into the country. How can we deal with such?
Because Katie, these things get into, I do believe easy vitu zinaingia through the border, and the border is in the coastal regions. That's why you hear the port. That's why you hear people, and this is something I just had, I'm not sure, people fighting for who is going to lead the coastal region. Unajua, kama ni mtu wake, he is safe. You know, kama ni mtu wake leading, that's why unapata power in the coastal regions is very, very competitive. Like a lot of people are saying, I want my person to be leading so that I can get my stuff illegally. And I do believe we should start checking also first from the ports. That is why we can know. But again,
But now, if those people who are there are corrupt, how can you know? I don't know. It's just deal with the government first, because the government is the facilitator of these drugs to get in the country with each money. Because if we had a crackdown on that port, even on one cargo or one a container, you will find a lot of drugs. So if the government was keen enough, or the government was concerned, it would be checking on them.
Yeah, but you know, so the funny part is that the people who actually lead when you wanna own easy drug these cartels are people who are powerful, people who have connections with, you know, up there, people who have connection with the government, or somebody, or you can find is one of the most popular people. You know, you hear somebody is cleaning, somebody is you know, but this person who is doing these drugs, this person who is selling the drugs, are the ones that are actually very powerful in the government. So sometimes you're like, even if we start to deal with the government, they're the cartels. Like literally, they're the ones who run all.
And that is why I'm saying that now, if it is dealing with them, it's just getting rid of all of them and start a new government afresh. But also they will be bots. You know, I don't know how a new government would work without this. You know, I always see young people, they go to, we elect them, and they come to us with a lot of ambitions. But once they get there, they forget about what they were telling us. It's like they are bots. Like, look at Toto, Lynette Toto. She was an ambitious person. Right now, who talks about Lynette Toto being the youngest?
And you know, she came out to say they've not been compensated.
No, Lynette Toto is like is
the senator.
Yeah,
the one that was married, right? She was the youngest that got engaged.
She was just 24 when she was elected.
Yeah, I remember her. But now you see, the problem is once you get into power, it's like something switches, Katie. I don't know, ni kama ni hii kiti ndio ukishaingia iko tu na mashetani, like you just switch to be somebody else.
Ama unaingizwa kwa system, unaambiwa sasa hapa hivi kunaendanga hivi. You know, somebody told me even in jobs the competition is different in jobs, and you find in other jobs hadi watu wanauliwa. So I think even in government this is what goes on. Usiponyamaza pia wewe unaweza manyuri anytime.
Exactly. It's super crazy. But at the end of the day, don't. If you really, this is when you know that somebody is really a leader of the people or for the people. You know, because mtu wa watu huwa chaguliwangu. Because this person stands in for his people, like stands for the truth of his people. But the ones that are chosen leaders, unasikianga chosen leaders, those ones are the ones that get into the system. Somebody was telling me one thing, Katie. It doesn't mean that if the whole system is rotten, everybody is rotten. There are people that are actually good inside the system. So we can't judge that everybody is going to actually take advantage of the situations each and every day. Let us also think that within this rotten system, there is somebody who likes the truth. There is somebody who stands for the truth. Something I also want us to talk about is on the support. And this is something I want Kenyans to move on with. We've been crying each and every day of Kenyans not supporting each other. And I do believe that with time we tend to now appreciate ourselves. And I love this through Kenyans supporting, you know, content creators, stuff like that. We had Guinness Book of Record, ule mama mwenye alikuwa na Chef Maliha, you know, and that is something I appreciate each and every day, because for the longest time it's been Kenyans have been supporting people from outside. If you look at the strategy and the numbers made on social media, on Spotify, on Boomplay, on YouTube, numbers come from Nairobi, numbers come from Kenya, but you don't see Kenyan artists being actually viewed so much on by Kenyans themselves. I love the way Wakadinali were rated top in Spotify this year, and they beat a lot of even artists from outside Kenya, and it was super amazing. I hope we can take that support back in 2024 and keep supporting, because Kenyans, we are very open-minded people. We are open to all thoughts, we are open to all music, we are open to all contents out there. So if you are listening to me and you're Kenyan, next year come and support us. We'll still be here on Tuesday, on TikTok, on YouTube. If you are going to watch this, that is the motto we are going with. Katie?
Yes, I feel like sometimes we lag on supporting our own, but I'm glad we have seen this year we have had a lot of supporters and new audiences, and I'm glad about this. And
even the Kenyan audience,
the Kenyan audience has grown. You know, you wake up and know that today I will have the likes of Nebuchadnezzar, Kina Steppers, and this is how you know you're growing, and this is how you know that these people are really loving what you're doing, and this is so good. And also, even other content creators out here, come out and support other content creators. You know, with the support, with giving each other support, we can get somewhere. And it's not always about competition. And remember something we talked about early in the morning, about toxic competition. Avoid that toxic competition. Don't feel like when I get to a place, it's like I'm hindering you from getting there as well. You know, you can always get there. Even without me, you can always get there, because I didn't use you to get there. You will always get there, even by your own. And if you feel, if you feel like you need something from another different person, don't feel like you can't go and ask them. You always need help. And I keep on saying, you know, if God knew that we didn't need each other, we wouldn't be so many in the world. Imagine, we wouldn't be so many in the world. So I believe in whatever you do, you need somebody. We need each other. I believe in needing. I'm a needy person, Shmani. I will need you somewhere, and you will need me. I believe in that. So if you have something that you need me to help you with, don't feel like it's impossible to come and ask for help. Always come to me and tell me, Katie, I need your help. If I have something that I feel like Shmani can help me with this, I will always run to ask for help. It's always like that. Avoid toxic competition, and also let's be supportive. Let's learn to love each other and support each other, because that is a growth. That is how you know you are grown up here.
And I do agree even with the Kenyan content creators. I haven't seen them really selfish this year. Unapata mtu akianza content yake, the moment amepata kublock kidogo, you hear or you see him doing content with a very renowned content creator. Even when it comes to comedy, we've seen, and this is something I've loved this year, I've seen a lot of comedians coming out doing their personal shows. You know, we saw Crazy Kenna, we saw Mamito, we saw Njuguna, we saw Terence Creative. I mean, it has been amazing, and we've seen a lot of people coming out to support them, which has been beautiful, because this time it is the same faces, and all of them have numbers. It's not that Eddie Butita doesn't have numbers. Eddie Butita has numbers, and you see him going to support Crazy Kenna. You know, Abel Mutua, if that is his name, Kiongozi. You see him each and Kurugenzi, you see him out there supporting each other. They carry their people. Kate actress. I've seen the same faces, and it's been really something that I'd wished for to happen, because if we carry each other, you know, nasemanga two is better than one.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you might think you got it all, but wait till you do it, two people. Then definitely you will definitely move to the extent. Support each other, keep supporting each other, because it's good to move as a group, you know. If we say the entertainment industry, na tuseme one person is the only person that is winning, meaning Kenyans are not winning.
Kenyans are not
Exactly.
winning.
We will be saying Calligraph Jones anafanya shows. But what about the other people who are putting in work?
Yeah.
That is how we move. It's moving together, each and every
I
day.
see Nebuchadnezzar is in the building and he's saying, you haven't seen me, but now I have. You know, I said, I know when I come here, I'll see Nebuchadnezzar.
Yeah.
He was not in the building, so I hadn't seen him. But I had seen you in the morning, Nebuchadnezzar. And shout out to you. Happy New Year in advance, and thank you very much. Now I have seen you. And I see Kivi saying, exactly, Katie, perfectly said.
Yeah.
Very true. We all need each other.
Yeah.
We need each other. I need you, you need me, and this is why we are together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I do agree. But before we come to the end of it, one last thing that has happened continuously this year is gender-based violence. And I feel like that is not something that we're supposed to move with next year.
Hey, that is something that we should live in.
We should live in 2023. Like literally, we've seen a lot of people getting through relationships, and on social media, celebrities wamepigwa, unajua, Amber Ray, and they went back. We saw Avril. All these things have happened this year, and they were so courageous enough to come and talk about it. I do believe we've talked much about this. As women, as men, always talk about stuff. I do believe sometimes people say I don't want to talk about it, but you keep dying with your you know,
with your talks,
you keep dying with your
with the anger,
and also what burden that is the, you know, you have a burden in yourself, within yourself. You can't come out and talk about it. I mean, kindly, next year as we come you know, to close the year, we leave this. Don't never be afraid to talk. I mean, just talk. Even if they want to judge you, at the end of the day, you've already said your thought.
even talk on the road like a madman.
Yes, so long as somebody's gonna
Normalize
listen to
talking out your problems. That is what we mean in general. If you have a problem and you feel like it's burdening you, it's like bothering you, and you have nobody to talk to, just go outside, talk on the road like a madman, and imagine the burden will be eased on you. You know.
I saw even their online therapists
Yeah.
for free. They have even offered, like literally, if you're scared of somebody's gonna judge you because they know you, this is somebody who doesn't know you, and they offer their services. So kindly, let's normalize talking. Ndio utapata watu wanajiua. You find people murdering themselves, committing suicide, and doing that. Gender-based violence, we fight against that. We hope that next year a lot of women and have the courage to walk out. You know, let us have the courage, create the courage, and I hope that next year all of us have the courage to walk out of toxic relationships, toxic friendships, and everything. Kindly learn to talk, because when you don't talk, man, next year we are coming to talk about something or the same thing happening, which is super crazy. Katie, I see comments on the comment
Yes, I
section.
see Kid is saying exactly 100% Shmani, and also Kid is saying yes, talk it out, Katie, because you have to get a stuff out of your chest. It's healthy.
It's very
true. Don't move with a lot of stupid things carried in your chest. By the way, you see, this year is coming to an end,
I
and
don't
we
think
have.
Katie, I don't think they are stupid.
Let me tell you, Shmani, they are not stupid,
Yeah.
and you might.
The mentality of you saying is stupid is why people don't talk
no,
about it.
no, let me
Katie.
tell you one thing. I might be angry about something, and that thing is very stupid because I didn't talk about it. You know why it's stupid? Because I even don't have courage to talk about it because I feel like
It's
huyu
burden,
atasikiaje.
Katie. Ni
Unajua?
burden. It's all, don't think about it.
Okay, I'm
stupid.
sorry about saying it's
Yeah.
stupid, but anyway, what I mean is, or what I'm trying to tell people is, we are coming to the end of the year. You see the 31st. You see the New Year's Eve. I have seen these people doing this. You see, like the what do we call these plates? These breakable plates.
Yeah.
You see, like what is that material?
Yeah, I know.
That material that you used to make plates. Take
Yeah.
one very big plate especially choose a white plate.
Yeah.
Write all those things that are bothering you.
Yeah.
And then go and hit them on a rock. Use a rock to hit that plate. And that is how you get rid of your problems.
Yeah.
I've seen people using that as a way of healing, and it works. You
Yeah.
know, it's like therapy. You know, when you hit something like this, there are those people who are always throwing things in the house.
Yeah.
Instead of that, take a plate, go somewhere far,
Yeah.
take a rock, throw it, hit the stone, and
Yeah.
once it cracks, all the problems cracks as well. So we are coming to the end of the year. Don't carry that hard heart. Don't carry that burdened heart to
Yeah.
2024. Let's all manifest for a good year.
Yeah.
Let's all manifest for a positive year. Let's all manifest for positivity. And if you are a negative person, please, you are a procrastinator. We don't want procrastinators in 2024.
Yeah.
We don't want negative people in 2024. If you are a negative person, please get rid of that negativity. Let's only move with the positivity to 2024. But other than that, family, I want to thank you very much for being with us for the whole of the year. It has been a very good year. Tough for some of us, but we thank the Lord, Manze. We thank God. At the end of the day, we are seeing the end of the year, and this has been a blessing. We have lost so many people, but seeing the end of the year, it's a blessing. Imagine just seeing 365 days and over 365 days. But I'm hoping that you have a prosperous new year. And also, if you're going to have fun, if you're going to have a party, please make sure you're partying responsibly. You're taking care of yourself. People are dying weirdly, by the way.
Yeah.
People are just dying weirdly. You'll hear that somebody walked out to go and get a drink and then they didn't return. So please make sure you are careful of yourself. If you drink, don't drink and drive, don't drink and walk. Just make sure you are safe. Have an amazing rest part of the day. Hope to see you on the new year, and also make sure you have an amazing start of the year.
Yes, I see comments. Let me go as I give my end year thoughts. I see Keith is saying, learn to let people go who don't benefit you and your soul. Get rid of all negative people. And I do agree with that. You say tear down everything you have built.
No, yeah,
that
we
is
have
not.
people like those. When they get angry, they start throwing the TV.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. But I'm saying instead of all that, just take one plate. Write your problems. Take it somewhere far, somewhere you will not hurt anybody. Go
Yeah.
and scream your problems, and then come back home.
Exactly.
afresh.
I see everybody who has been with us. Jiba Jaba was in the building. Alisema hi ladies. Katie, Lizzie, have a healthy 2024 stress reliever. Thank you so much. And mine to you. It's been amazing. Shout out to everybody who has been with us when we started the Vibe Show in the morning. And I think that was the first show we started doing on TikTok.
Yeah.
And first we didn't have a lot of people, and then
Yeah.
it started growing. You start seeing, normal faces and normal names, same names, and that is when you've actually grown. You've created that
Place,
yes,
yeah.
space for people to come and talk. And it's been amazing. Special shout out to those who have kept it very active, to all our Black Hot Fire family. It's been amazing. I appreciate you. And of course, we are meeting on Tuesday. It's not like we are not meeting, but
We are
yes,
meeting on
but
Tuesday,
just
the
enjoy
2nd.
your holiday. Keep yourself safe. Of course, we want to see you. And of course, to kids, thank you so much for the year. It's been amazing. To all our family members and everybody who is planning to travel, those people who are coming back to the city, just be careful and let's meet. Have yourself a prosperous new year. Enjoy and let you get all your stress by the end of the year relieved, so that you start the year in a positive mood.
Keith is saying, please be careful this a new year of too much alcohol. We shall be careful. Samuel is saying, hello to you too, Samuel, and thank you very much for following us. Hope to see you on the new year.
Much love, family.
Part of me, all the partners say, you should be out. She said, you're my baby G.